everyone. My name is
Hello,
Wan
ma'am.
Chai. Hey. So you can just call me Teacher Dana, D-A-N-A, okay? Yeah. You know, I'm from Taiwan, but let me ask you first. Do you know where is Taiwan?
So not
Have no idea?
about location of Taiwan.
Where is Taiwan? Do you know that?
No, not many students.
No. Okay, but you should know where China is, right? You know where China is, right? So my country is next to China, okay? And I am in the middle of our country. I live in the middle part of our country, and I am an English teacher in Xiangshan Junior High School. Last time, I think you saw the video about our school, right? So I have been teaching English in this school for over 15 years. I'm so happy to interact with you guys because this is the first time my students like interact with Indian students. So I'm happy. Nice to meet you all, okay?
We are equally happy and we are equally glad to collaborate with you because you are such a nice and a talented teacher, and we are so blessed to work with you.
Yeah, me too.
So shall we start the session? I mean, my students would like to ask you some questions.
I am Lohita Girija. I am in 9th grade. I am 14 years old. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV, and dancing. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. Shall I ask one question, ma'am?
Yeah? You can start your...
What age is high school in Taiwan?
So what age is high school in Taiwan, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, so when they are 15 years old, they graduate from junior high school. Then they will go to high school for 3 years. So when they graduate from high school, they will be 18 years old. Get it?
I am a 7th grader. My hobbies are playing games, reading books, and cycling. My life ambition is to become an aeronautical engineer. Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Yeah?
Could you please explain Taiwan culture?
I think this is an interesting question because everyone have different idea about culture, right? To me, I think that people from Taiwan, they are quite friendly. And then I think we are quite flexible as well. So we are open-minded, like we can accept different cultures. And besides that, I think we are optimistic. As you know that China sometimes will threaten us. However, we don't really worry about that. So I feel like we are quite optimistic. So for our culture, I feel like it's kind of like have many different Aboriginal people. We do have like different people, different Aboriginal people. So we are quite open-minded. I would say that. Okay.
Books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. Can I ask one question?
Sure, you can. Go ahead.
What age do children start school in Taiwan?
Thank you. So like what age, right? So I think that usually they will go to school at the age of 3 and they will go to kindergarten first and they will stay there till they are 6 years old and they will go to elementary school. Okay. So I would say most of them go to school at the age of 3.
Okay, next, Sai Surya, would you like to ask?
12 years old. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is to become a police officer. Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Sure. Go ahead.
How is education system in Taiwan?
One more time, please.
How is the education system in Taiwan?
Okay, so how? You say how is education system in Taiwan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. I think that actually our education system is quite good. It's quite good. We have a really complete education for all our students, for our kids. Like Start from kindergarten. I just talked about that, right? And then they have elementary school, junior high school, college. They can even go to graduate school if they want to. Okay, so I feel like our education system is quite complete. And then we do have some really good university in Taiwan as well. So welcome, you guys can come to visit us, okay?
My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is to become a software engineer. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure.
Does Taiwan have education?
Taiwan, does Taiwan have education? Yes, I just talked about that. Yeah, we do have education. And I said that our education system is quite complete. Okay, so maybe in the future, I will also ask you about the education system in India as well. Hello.
My name is Sheikh Husni. I am studying class 6. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. The future ambition is to become an IAS officer. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure, go ahead.
What professions do Taiwanese prefer most?
I would say for men, engineers. Engineers is a popular professions. And for women, actually teachers. Teachers would be a good choice. And doctors, I think because they are quite busy. If you want to make a lot of money, of course, they will become doctor, but it's quite busy to be a doctor. So I would say teachers and engineers. That's the most popular one. But some teenagers, when they graduate from college, they might become sellers. Now they like to work in the restaurant as well. Okay, maybe the waiter or waitress. It's easier, not so busy.
I'm a 9th grader. My hobbies are reading books, playing games. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure.
What subjects are taught in Taiwan?
One more time, what subjects are taught in Taiwan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have a lot of subjects. And then, like for example, we have Chinese, okay? And we also have English classes. And besides that, we also have math. So we got 3. And we also have history, geography, social study, and science, biology, art, music. And one of my students' favorite is physical education, PE class. Do you have PE class in your country?
We do have.
Okay, I see. So like we have a lot of subjects.
I'm studying 9th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. My future ambition is to become a doctor. Shall I ask one question, ma'am?
Sure.
How good is education in Taiwan?
How good? I would say if I want to give them a score, I would say 80%, like 80 score. The score is 80. Like we still focus a lot on tests. I don't know about India, but in Taiwan, we need to take a lot of tests. So our students are quite busy. So after school, they also need to go to cram school. I don't know whether you have cram schools there. Oh no, but my students, they have to go to cram school. So they, after 5 o'clock, they will go to cram school and they stay there till maybe 9 o'clock in the evening. That's quite tiring. But because they got to prepare for their tests. So if you ask me how good is education in Taiwan, I will only give like 80. Okay. So if they are not good at math, or if they cannot understand what teacher says in class, so they will go to prime school. The teacher there will help them with their math. But of course, they need to pay money for
Mhm.
cram school. It's not free. So it depends on which subject you think you are not good at. If you think, okay, I'm not good at English, so they will go to the cram school and ask for help from the English teachers there. Okay, so the more subjects they feel they need to have extra help, the more money they need to pay for the cram school. It's not free, and then they need to spend more time for sure.
Okay. And as an English teacher, I have a few questions regarding teaching English in your country, especially in public schools. Do students have the tests based on their pronunciation and the communicative skills, or rather than just on a textbook? So what sort of examination system you have, especially when it comes to the English subject? So are students tested on their pronunciation? Are the students tested on their communicative skills? Are the students tested only on the textbook, the prescribed textbook? So what sort of examination system is present in your country, especially when it comes to the English subject?
First of all, like normally, I would say we have an English quiz every day. And like every month, they will have a big exam for English tests, but they focus on their writing and reading. For speaking and listening, or especially speaking, actually for junior high school students, we don't really focus a lot on their speaking. So that's a reason why I would like to interact with foreign students, because I want my students to feel like English is a useful tool for them to use, so they can practice their speaking with you guys, right? And then they can also practice their listening, because in the future, they might interact with people from different countries, not just from the United States or, like English speaking countries, like from India, from Japan, from Thailand, from everywhere. So yeah, do I answer your question, by the way?
Yeah. So I have one more question actually. Do you have the marks criteria in your examination system? That means in our country, if a student wants to pass to the another grade, he has to score minimum score of 35 marks. So do you have this kind of system in your country examination system in order to get promoted from one grade to another grade, and he or she does need to score minimum marks, or he just promoted to the another grade based on some other aspects? What exactly you take into mind in order to promote a student from one grade to another grade? Is it based on the marks or based on the any other particular aspect?
I would say for the mandatory education, usually students just after 1 year, they will move on to the next level, no matter their grades, okay? But if that's not mandatory education, for example, high school is not mandatory, right? So it will depend on their grades. Then they will go to the school like goes with their grade, okay? So maybe they fail. If they fail, they might just go to work. They won't go to high school because it's not mandatory. But for junior high, no matter how bad you did, you can still move on, because everyone has to finish this junior high school education. Is it similar there? I think it's similar there.
Yeah, it's also similar here. So I have one more question. I have recently been to USA as a part of Fulbright exchange program, where I have witnessed a few extracurricular activities as a part of their academics. So do you have extracurricular activities? Means the student learned 3 electives, and it is based on his own interest. Some students learn music, agriculture, and some students learn even technology as an elective. So they learn different extracurricular subjects other than the core subjects. So do you have such a extracurricular subjects like agriculture, computer science, music, along with the academics?
Yeah, for junior high, we do have that subject, but I would say just the have some common knowledge, not really, like since they are still, it's just the very beginning for them to let them know if they are interested in it or not. If they are, maybe when they go to the college, they can major in that subject. So just give them a brief idea of this subject, but we don't really go deep into, the content. It's kind of too much for junior high school students.
So how often do you have the training system in your country? Are the teachers trained from time to time, or once in a year, or how frequently you get the training in the subject English?
I would say like it depends on the teacher themselves as well. For example, before the semester starts, the school will hold some workshops for all the teachers. Like we have like 3-day workshops for all the teachers. But besides that, for example, I can attend the workshop that I am interested in by myself. It is not required, but I need to spend my own time, my free time. So I would say it kind of depends on different individual teachers' need instead of like, but all of us will have some similar one. Like, so I got 2 semesters, right? So for the first semester, we will have 3-day workshops for all the teachers. For the second semester, I think we only have 2 days for all the teachers. And besides that, it just all depends on the teachers. They can still go to the workshop even on weekdays, but they need to kind of like spend their own time and then, like manage their own thing, and they need to find their substitute teachers for their own class. So it's a little bit troublesome. So usually I won't go to other workshop when the semester starts. I usually do that during the break.
Okay.
Yeah, like summer, winter break or summer vacation.
So that is there free midday meal scheme in your country, or free textbooks for the students who study in your school? Are there any free facilities provided to the students in the public school?
Free what? Free what? Free what?
Free meal and free textbooks, free uniform.
No. They need to pay for it.
Okay.
It's not free. It's
Yeah.
not free.
Okay. So I think it's,
but we are public school, so the tuition is cheaper. So for private school, they need to spend more buying their textbooks. But in public school, it's much cheaper.
so another question I would like to ask, that the textbook preparation. So the textbook, you follow a textbook, am I right? When it comes to subject,
Yes.
you follow a textbook. So
Yes.
who exactly prepares the textbook? Is it the do you take the foreign teachers collaboration, or would you like to involve the Taiwanese teachers, English teachers, to prepare the textbook? So that's one question. Another question is how often you change the textbook, for once in a 5 years time or once in a 10 years time?
For the first question, actually, I think that both foreign teachers and Taiwanese teachers will cooperate together to design like the textbook for English, right? As the second one, you said that how often, for example, I said like each year we have 2 semesters, right? So one semester we will use one textbook. For example, this is for what? I think this is for health class. So this one is for this semester. So next semester we will have another one. Yeah, so one for each semester.
Okay, that means for each semester you prefer one textbook. So the same textbook the students don't learn next academic year, am I right? It keep changes from time to time, no?
Yeah, so for the first semester, for example, For the first semester, they use this one, A. And then for the next semester, they will change to another one.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know about other subjects, but as for English, because
Mm.
we always have some new ideas or new articles or even new things that we want our students to know, right? So it's impossible that you will teach the same material for the same, it's almost a decade. Oh, it's unbelievable to me. So like I'm kind of busy because each semester I got new material, so I got to prepare for the new textbook. So nothing is the same. Oh, grammar is the same. Maybe grammar, this one is for imperative sentence.
Okay.
But the reading, the dialogue are totally different. So you have new ideas and then you will share new things with your students. It's impossible you share the same old story again and again. I don't know about other subject, but for English, we like, usually we like to talk about something new. Our students would like to know something new as well, right?
Yeah, yes, I do agree with you. And another thing is that how do you maintain your classroom? So do you demand your student to speak only in English and throughout your session, or do you ask them to do you give them freedom to speak the Taiwanese language? So what sort of the classroom environment you create when you are in the classroom?
Well, like I try. So last time I told you, like, you teach your students all in English. I admire you about that. You are really good. Because my students, I think that they can't, not all of them can understand all in English. So sometimes, like, if I want to teach them grammar, I will speak in Mandarin so they can understand better. But if I'm talking about, dialogue reading, some stories, I will try to speak English more. So like students will know, okay, after all, it's an English class, right? But we do have one classes, like they have an American teacher. His name is Teacher Mark. Maybe next time, if we have the chance, we can also invite Teacher Mark. Yeah, he's willing to join us. And then, so in that class, since he's a foreigner, he's an American, so students can only talk in English. That's the only time they will practice their speaking and their listening as well. But they only have their class the other week. So once the other week. So that's not that often. So that's not enough. So you know why? You saw the video, right? You saw my students' video, right? So you can feel like, whoa, they are doing quite well. But because I trained them, Teacher Mark trained them, I asked them to write the first draft, and then both teachers read through their draft, and then we give them some feedback, and then we ask them to practice before they really videotape them. So I do feel they are doing quite well. So, but just it takes time, it takes time.
Yeah.
I think that today I'm so happy to see your students, and then I think that they have a chance to kind of like interact with others. So they are doing quite well. First of all, I would say they are doing quite well. They are brief and then
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, before we end this session, could you please give us your final message?
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm so glad and so happy to see you, and I believe that I will see you again soon, right? Because I can tell you are good kids because you are willing to spend some time, even you are on vacation right now. So like, I hope that you do learn something, like, there's something about Taiwan because it's a really far away country from yours. I know you may not have a chance to visit us, but I do believe you will learn something from me and my students as well. Okay, so you can go to the link and see my students' self-introduction and give them some feedback. They are more than welcome to hear your feedback, okay?